Further information from my book on Drow society. As a general rule, Drow living within a Lothite society couldn't afford to show emotions like compassion or love, for they were easy to exploit, and Drow often preferred emotional cruelty over causing physical harm. The strife they constantly endured led them to be paranoid, with a fear of everyone and everything, from the potential loss of personal position, lost favor, the loyalty or even the threat of outright rebellion of their inferiors, to punishment by their own superiors' hands. The end result of being raised in this environment was that the Drow were untrusting sadists with a constant readiness to stab others in the back. Both in the figurative and literal sense, they were an emotionally stunted people with a tenuous grasp on sanity, a trait they placed less importance on than cunning and deviousness, and scarred minds, among which relatively undamaged individuals were considered abnormal. Most were incapable of trusting other creatures, no matter their race, and were taught from an early age not to do so, as they were expected to advance at the expenses of others by any means, including treachery and even outright murder, although not overtly. Even in moments of safety or relaxation, they were always alert and constantly expecting attacks of any kind, and were rarely surprised when such attacks did come. While the Drow understood the advantage of forging bonds with others, they did not see the value in honesty. Forming relations with others was therefore a dangerous endeavor, and mostly temporary, since any alliance or cordial relationship could end in treachery. The Drow normally went into engagements of this sort expecting the worst. The alliances were always under scrutiny for signs of treachery, often ending violently. They were generally formed when the supposed ally was susceptible to blackmail, considered weak enough to not be a serious threat, or when cooperation was forced by the existence of a common enemy. In fact, the mere inconvenience of maintaining the bond could be a reason to end it. For a race so chaotic and a society focused on individual advancement at the expense of others, the majority of Drow strangely leant towards being neutral, evil, in alignment. The Drow were in many ways contradictory in outlook, cooperating to some degree, almost in spite of their very nature. They simultaneously encouraged personal ambition and innovative problem-solving, creativity being needed to get ahead of the older elites, while paradoxically placing the good of the many over the good of the individual, and reinforcing staunch traditionalism. To achieve their individual desires required their society to retain at least some level of stability, and they were held tightly to tradition even if that code wasn't actually codified into law. In fact, the Drow responded poorly to social norms being turned into written rules, obeying them primarily out of fear and social pressure, but obeying them nonetheless. This led to the phenomenon where a lone Drow would drift towards chaos, whereas a Drow community would be forced to work together against one another, setting up rules to stabilize the power each individual wanted for themselves, and allowing for cooperation beyond what chaos would typically create. Unlike creatures such as orcs, Drow had no innate inclination towards evil, with their morality having been colored by their society. Good Drow made up around 15% of the entire race, although most of them weren't actually of the good alignment, being merely chaotic neutral or lawful neutral. Within Lothite societies, even Drow had a disposition towards what was considered good, generally had problems developing a strong personal sense of morality. They generally behaved the same way as evil Drow due to social pressure, as being soft in any way was lethal in Drow society, and often resulted in the death of such Drow. Only truly exceptional good Drow, such as Dritsto Erden, were capable of freeing themselves from a Lothite society. The majority were found out and sacrificed to Loth, and those who managed to leave their settlements would often die in the dangerous wilderness of the Underdark. Furthermore, even those who escaped the cruelties of the Underdark found it more difficult to form long-term friendships than most races did, and had to constantly be on the lookout for pursuers who could kill them. Well, there she is. I have no idea what she wants, but
if it
let's
must
see.
be done.
You are lucky that my mood is improved, female. I was pondering having you torture for my amusement, but the whim has passed. You are aware of my relationship with Solaufein, yes? You do not need to stare at me blankly. Our animosity is open and obvious. His insolence is beyond all endurance. I cannot tolerate it further without risking my position in Lulth's hierarchy. But I also cannot take action that would be traced back to myself or my house without risking war. So you shall take action for me. You will kill Solaufein. How do you propose I do this? Solaufein has been given time off from his regular duties. You will find him in his quarters in the Male Fighter Society, sulking as is his wont. He will not be expecting you, but nor will he suspect your true intentions, I imagine. He will greet you, and then you will kill him. Those of my house would be the first question for his death, but you, without allies of any house, can get away with his murder. Once you are done, take his Piwafwi cloak and bring it back to me here. It shall make an excellent trophy. That is all. Do you understand what I ask of you, Veldrin? Telling anyone will bring death down upon yourself. I shall keep your secret if you keep mine. I understand, and I look forward to killing that arrogant bastard. It is good to see a drow female with a commendable lust for power. Continue this attitude, Veldrin, and things in Usnatha will prove favorable for you. Go then. You have 3 days to hunt down the fool and return with his cloak. Do not fail me, Veldrin. Despite what she says, Orin, we may be able to use this situation to our advantage. Perhaps there is no need to kill Solaufein. Consider this, at least. Yes, I don't have any plans to kill Solaufein. I'll tell him. I don't know what his reaction will be.
It will be done.
I'm sure he won't be happy. But he can't stay here if he's supposed to be dead. He's in the Male Fighter Society. There he is.
Certainly.
I do what I must.
Veldrin,
when I must.
what are you doing here?
Know this
The
well.
Matron Mothers have not given me another task so soon, have they? I was given leave to rest. Fair sent me to kill you, Solaufein, but I'm not going to do it. I see. It was only a matter of time before she acted, I suppose. No alliance of mine to any house could prevent the unseen dagger from plunging into my back. Fair and I were lovers once. Mother Adulis felt Fair cared for me in a most undrow-like fashion, and had her taken by the handmaidens. They tortured her with tentacle rods, tortures I can only shudder at the thought of. When they were done, all that remained of Fair was her ambition, and I remained only as a constant reminder of her weakness. I've been expecting this for a long time. So then, if you are not going to kill me, what do you propose that we do? I need your, was it Piawafi cloak to prove to Fair that you're dead, but what will you do? You can have my cloak. I have little need of it. And I do not know. I cannot be seen in the city without endangering your lives as well as my own. And I do not wish war between my house and the Despana. I've never wished harm to those who were not foul and evil, true enemies of the drow. I do not know why I tell you this. Perhaps it is the mercy you show me. But I feel we drow have lost the right path. We need to be led back to it. I will seek those who feel as I do, perhaps. I shall remain in the shadows and not betray your secret, Veldrin. I thank you for the mercy you have shown. It suggests that there is hope for our people. May Elistrae, Lady Silverhair, watch over you always. Oh, wow. He's a follower of the only good drow god. Well, let's see if there's anything here of interest to take. What's this? Mislead scroll. This is Piawafi cloak. Nobody can use this? Okay. It helps with hiding in shadows, but I have to give it away and move silently. I'd actually really like that. Nothing we can do about it, though. Well, he lives here, but there's nobody else here.
Ready and willing.
Check for
Good to go.
traps, please. would think everywhere would be trapped. I mean, these are drow. No, there's nothing just but a little bit of gold. A chair next to a pit with a book on a table. Guess that's what they read for solitude. Okay then, well, we've got to return to Fair. We've returned to Fair with Solaufein's Piawafi cloak.
Certainly.
Hello again. Ah, I see you carrying his Piawafi, my darling Veldrin. He, Solaufein, is dead, yes? Yes, of course, he is dead. Here, give it to me. All love is foolish. You have done well, Veldrin. You have earned a place of honor in this house by serving me well. This shall not stop, naturally. First I have a gift for you. You have served House Despana well. You have proven yourself worthy of the services of one of my pleasure slaves. I will have him sent to you. Thank you for the offer, but I already have a male. Is that how it is done in Chednasad? That one only takes but one male? It is not necessarily a custom, but it is my preference. Your loss. He is gifted. It is time to introduce you to the matron mother of House Despana, Veldrin. Mother Ardules is anxious to see the female who has done so much for Usnatha. You will go to the temple and meet me and Mother Ardules there. Do not delay, Veldrin. Mother Ardules wishes to speak with you immediately. Okay. This has to be one of the few places in Abertoral where I can go and be considered superior to the males. And that's helping me, actually. If I was male, I'm not sure. I mean, some males are in the high esteem, but they can't get to the top ranks. Obviously, all the top are held by the matron mothers and the priests, so they're all female. But I heard that a lot of drow mages can be very high. I mean, they can't become leaders of the houses. They're all female, but they could be the highest. Some of them are extremely skilled and powerful. Well, there's Fair, and I take it that's her mother next to her. Hello? Ah, here you are. Matron, this is the female that I spoke to you of, Veldrin. I can see her well enough, fool girl. You think I'm blind? I see nothing special about her. What fascinates you so? Matron, she's an excellent fighter, and she is the one that rid House Despana of its other problem. This is that one? Illithids, eye tyrants, gnomes, and the mighty Solaufein? Are you sure? To me she looks scrawny, and there is something odd. Uh-oh. I am positive, Matron, that she could prove of great use to you. Perhaps. Let her prove it, then. If she is to become so favored in the high eyes of Despana. You girl, you there, Veldrin, is it? Pay attention. The eye tyrant you killed, coming from their so-called city, it was not the right type. I told the girl here which type I required, and that was not the one. But Matron, Silence, girl, I'll not swallow your lies. Speak again, and I'll send you to the pits of Loth. Would you like to deal with the Drider again so soon, girl? Now, Veldrin, you have proven yourself as competent. This is good. House Despana needs competence, a rare commodity when one is surrounded by fools. House Despana is about to embark on the path to greatness, Veldrin. You can tie yourself tightly to us. Mother Loth approves of the successful. But I require something rare. Rather rare to begin with. This path, you might acquire it for me, so I shall give you the task and see if you can earn Despana's favor. I need the blood of one of the neighbor races, Veldrin. The noble races only, and blood from one of their most powerful members. A dangerous task. Your first option is to acquire the blood of an elder orb, most powerful of the eye tyrants. Its blood or its eye. I bade the fool girl to do this, but she failed. The Spelljammer tyrant was supposed to be an elder, Matron. I swear that is what the spies has reported. They must have exaggerated. Silence! You should have checked on it yourself, girl. Do you rely solely on this female to be your strength and your wits? No, Matron, I do not. Enough! Should you go after the Elder Orb, you will no doubt find one in their tunnels in the southeastern portion of the main caverns. Your other options are to gather blood from the Elder Brain of the Illithids or from a prince of the Koatua. Either would be as difficult as the Elder Orb. The Elder Brain is guarded in the Illithid city through the southeast caverns. old ruin of the Koatua lies in the western caverns, ruled by a mad prince. Go then, Veldrin. Bring me the blood of one of these creatures. House Despana awaits your return, but do not tarry. This is my command. Very well, I will do my best. Of course you will. Go now and begin your task. Alright, well, that's been set. I think going after a beholder is good.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
Without hesitation.
Good place to start. We can go to all of them if we want, but I don't know if we have time for that. She didn't actually say how much time she's going to give us. It could be 24 hours. There are drow slaves here. Who's this? Some mage?
The path to supremacy for a male lies either in the bedchamber or the books of the majors.
Hold, friends. I have heard of your prowess of late. Perhaps you will have an interest in a business proposal of mine. What is it you want? I am Visage, a merchant of some note within the city, although you will not have heard of me, no doubt, since you are newcomers. No matter. I notice that you are well equipped with magic, among other things, so I have assumed you may be interested in purchasing an item I currently have in my possession. See this golden rope I have here? 'Tis a relic of no small power. Yours for the buying, if this is of any interest to you, of course. That depends. What does this rope do? Well now, what this gilded rope can do, and what it can be used for, are separate things. A bit of explanation is necessary in order for you to understand. Go on, then. First, to add credibility to its value, you must know that the rope belonged to the infamous Jaraxel, until I stole it, that is. You do know of whom I speak, yes? Yes, I actually heard his name already here. Jaraxel, no, I don't think I've heard of him. Just going to play dumb. No, that is rather odd. I thought all drow knew of the mercenary Jaraxel. No matter. All that you need know is that he has many potent magics in his possession. I didn't know what he did, I had forgotten, but his name is odd, and I remembered it. Or at least he did. This gilded rope once belonged to him, and from what I hear, he sorely missed it during his stay in Usnatha. Sad, really, but it's not my fault. Sad? What is sad about it? As the story went, Jaraxel came on a mission for House Jalat, helping in a war against House Gilish. 'Twas done in an orgy of blood to please even Lolth. In the sacrifices that followed, though, the matron of Jalet refused to pay Jaraxel, saying that the service rendered to the Spider Queen should be payment enough. According to the tales, Jaraxel simply bowed and left, even as the gathered house mocked him and spread the story of his foolishness. What does this have to do with the rope? Jaraxel enacted a plan of revenge. He planned on acquiring the wardstone that would allow him entrance into House Jalat so he could return their favor. But the wardstone was held by the ancient founder of Usnatha, Direx, a powerful lich residing in the Mage Tower. The rope was to protect Jaraxel from Direx's magic. I swapped the real rope with the fake, however. Jaraxel's men were imprisoned by the lich, and the rogue was laughed out of the city for the failure. This is the real rope, however. With it, you would be immune to Direx's power, and could loot the mage's tower as you pleased. Consider the possibilities. I don't trust this drow. How do I know you aren't trying to just sell me some other fake rope? I assure you it's real. The dwemer is obvious. See how it glows? And to be honest, if the rogue ever attempts to regain it, I'd rather not have it on me. So you think Jaraxel might come looking for it? One can never be sure. If he does, you seem more capable of dealing with him than I. Use it quickly and dispose of it, and he may never know. Interesting. How much are you asking for it? Not much at all. A mere 1,000 gold, and it's yours, my lady. That's a fair price. Here you go. Excellent. That is a relief. You should be able to enter the mage's tower and be safe, though I wouldn't attack Direx if you can avoid it. Good luck, friend. Oh, my. Hello, Emmeline. I didn't hear you coming. Did I startle you? Sorry, sneaking's sort of a habit now. When you grow up sneaking in a big silent library and spending your days playing pranks on monks, you learn how to walk quietly. You played pranks on the monks? Of course I did. Bet you used to play tricks on people too. Well, come on, you could tell me. They're becoming good friends. The two of them. So, this is the wizard's tower, Direx's tower, apparently. And I'm to use this rope? I don't know if I trust this. A length of smooth golden rope braided into a miniature pair of shackles. Visage said that the rope would protect me from the effects of the Lich's Direx magic. Well, I don't trust that.
What is it?
But we're right here.
This will not take long.
So, let's put our protection
This
up.
city has a sense of evil about it.
Something up?
Something up. I don't know.
Manus potent.
Okay then. Which one leads to his tower? I guess it's the top one?
If it must be done.
I don't know if I trust this, but we've fought liches before, we've defeated them. Maybe this rope can help this time. The way is blocked by powerful and bizarre wars. I shall have to find some way to deactivate them if I wish to enter. Oh. Okay, what about this door? The way is blocked by powerful and bizarre ward. Okay, same things. What about the bottom level? The rope seems to nullify the wards. I may enter if I wish. I suppose I wish. We're up against a lich.
Will be your tomb.
Bah! More fleshings to disturb me. What is... Ah, you have the twisted cord in your possession, eh? Well, it shall do you no good, fool. Uh-oh. What did he just cast on me? In prison?
The best surfacer is a dead surfacer.
Ah, it worked. I wasn't sure it would. These things have a way of never working out exactly as you plan. Thinking on the fly is an occupational hazard. I see. You must be the rogue Jaraxel that was mentioned to us, yes? The one and the same. Charmed, I'm sure, pretty lady. Jaraxel? Then Visage lied. The rope didn't work. Lied? Now that is rather harsh language, Visage. Visage, are you about?
The path to supremacy for a male lies either in the bedchamber or the books of the majors.
I am here, Commander, at your service. Yes, I see that. Allow me to introduce my lieutenant, Visage. Visage, I am sure you are already familiar with Veldrin, yes? Tell me, did you lie to her? I did not, Commander. I didn't think so. Visage said the rope would protect you from Direx's imprisonment spell, and it did. You are here, not in some minuscule hellish subplane. I suppose so. This is a pocket plane, headquarters of the Brigand de Earth, my mercenary band. I hope the rope would bring you here, and I see that it has. Welcome, Veldrin. Oh, that's right, that's his band. Brigand de Earth is his mercenary. He's the leader of it. That's what I was taught. Not really taught, but there was a very small section that we talked about at least some of the known drow. And he was one of them. Him and Dristord, of course. Why go through all the subterfuge just to bring me here? I want to see if you would actually attempt to face the Lich. Call it a test of your courage, if you will. With most of my men imprisoned by the Lich, I've hardly anyone left to do what I require done. And I can't go asking just anyone now, can I? And what do you require done? Well, you were about to deal with the Lich anyway, before he cast you into the plains. I simply need you to acquire something that he has in his possession. The wardstone for the House of Jalat? No, even I know when to give up on a plan. My men come first. The Lich has numerous gems that contain the souls of my men, and I want them back. Whether you kill the Lich or not is up to you. Killing him would allow you to loot the tower, I suppose, but however you get those gems is of no concern to me. Once you gather up the gems, I will use the rope to pull you back into the headquarters here. Easy enough, yes? You're ready to go then? Wait a minute, what do I get out of all this? Oh right, we're at the gesticulating helplessly part, aren't we? Visage, I thought I told you to remind me when we arrived at this point. My apologies, Commander, an oversight on my part. You're forgiven. As for you, dear friends, I think you will want to do this. You wouldn't want your true identity revealed, would you, Orin? You know me. Ah, there's no need for such a glare, Orin. I am confident you will acquire the gems, and such action will be unnecessary. And if you kill D-Rex, you have access to his tower. You could even take the Jailat Wardstone and pillage House Jailat if you wish. It's all good. I just want to make sure that you find those gems in a timely manner. How long would you say would be fair, Visage? An hour? Perhaps a day, Commander. We are in no rush. Right. Orin won't need it, but just to be sure, you have 1 day. Orin, to get my gems. Make sure you hold on to the rope. You'll need it. See you then. And, oh, give my warmest regards to the Lich. And I suppose we have no choice if we're to get out of here, then. Let's go back. In fact, let's cast, let's see. Haste, I suppose. That should help.
Certainly.
Well, here he is.
My weapon is of no use.
Okay, so we are going to need to take down its defenses.
My weapon is of no use. My weapon is of no use. My weapon is of no use.
Casted.
My weapon is of no use.
I can't seem to really harm him. Okay, keep trying to bring down his defenses. Alright, he's gone invisible. Casted a double. There's the real D-Rex.
In Bearvan's name, it shall be done.
I'm stunned, I can't move. He's being hurt. It's dead. Well, I can't move, but it's fantastic that we killed him.
All right.
Jailat Wardstone. Lich's Tooth. What are these things? This is the wardstone that will allow us access to the House Jailat. Without the stone, the wards make the place impenetrable. Oh, the upper levels. Lich's Tooth. This is a tooth from the Drow Lich D-Rex. The tooth acts as a key for many of the Lich's doors. It will also open his treasure vault. Interesting. Alright, so we'll heal up and hopefully the stun will wear off soon. Sometimes they take a while. Alright, we've not rested, we've healed. And we're ready to loot whatever else is here. Some minor spell scrolls that we can just take with us. Looking for these soul gems that Jaraxo claims. Oh, this one is trapped. And locked. Oh, this must be the soul gems, D-Rex's gems. These are the gems in which the Lich D-Rex stores the imprisoned souls of his enemies. Interesting. Wish spell, melts, minute, meteors, spook. So we'll leave the gems until... Write the magic. Until we can go back there. Until we've explored everything else. Oh, this one was trapped. Studded leather armor. We'll have to identify that. Armor of the Viper. This armor's namesake is a serpent only in manner, referring to the drow assassin Raro. Poison was his trademark, and when he discovered this suit's susceptibility to venom, he gifted it to Avlorm, a promising novice assassin within his own guild. when Avlorn's power eventually threatened his own, Rauro easily dispatched him thanks to the weakness of this armor he still wore. But it's susceptible to poison. It actually provides more defense against everything than what I'm wearing. Although the color is a little bright, I don't like it. I think I'll continue to keep wearing this Armor of the Deep Knight. Let's sell this. I don't like the fact that it also makes you more susceptible to poison. Alright, let's get the soul gems and return to Jaraxel. And here you are, once again, with gems in hand. Really, Orin, you have lived up to my expectations and then some. I'll take those gems, thank you. Ah, precious, aren't they? To think the Jaylat have squirreled away such beauty for a millennium. Pardon me? What do you figure they'll get on the market, Visage? A considerable amount, Commander. There are more than a few nobles who would pay dearly for the opportunity to vex the Jaylat, regardless of their worth. True enough. I wish I could be there to see the matron's mother's face when she finds out we got our payment anyway. But I thought you said the Lich trapped the souls of your men in those gems. Would I risk my men against the Lich? I just wanted the payment I was due, as well as collecting the price of the matron mother's insult to the Brigand of the Earth. I've not only collected the soul gems of the matron who founded the Jaylat, but you killed their ally, D-Rex, a member of their own house. I think matters between the Brigand of the Earth and House Jaylat are pretty much even now, wouldn't you agree, Orin? You used me to get your payment. Why not? Better you than me. In return, I'll let you keep your little secret, elf. Prance amongst the drow as you wish. I care not. I would like my rope back now, so I shall relieve you of it. A bit of gold, my friend, for your trouble. As for what you choose to make of your encounter with me, that is up to you. You may choose to be bitter, or you can take advantage of your situation. Well, we got a little bit of gold from this. We paid 1,000 for it, and we got 2,500 back, although that doesn't make up for fighting against a Lich. D-Rex is dead. Loot his tower before the mages of Sorcerer close it up with magic. You can use the Jaylat Wardstone to enter and loot their house as well. If you do, I will ensure that the Jaylat cannot alert the rest of the city. And if you kill the matron and ruin her house forever, it would serve her right. I'll take that into consideration. Time for you to return to Usnatha then. You've been quite a sport, Orin. Perhaps we shall meet again. Unless, I must admit, I do find you fascinating. Can I talk you into staying a while longer? No, let's just return. We don't have much time. Actually, we have to do what the matron wants us to do. And we probably will rest after we go and loot the rest of the tower. I'm sure they'll have fighters defending it. I'm sorry, as much as I would like to, I really must be going. He dips into a low bow, and then I shall keep you no longer. Besides which, I just remembered another point that they said about about Jaraxel. He's a notorious womanizer. Alright, so we have the upper level of the tower to go into, and if the matron mother is there, we'll gladly kill her. This could really harm the drow here in Usnatha. Especially if they can't alert anyone else. They'll never know who did this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.